All right, now I want to show you a little bit more about some of the sounds that I introduced in the last video, okay? And we're going to talk about something called aspiration, okay? And all of this means aspiration is breath or force, you're breathing. To aspire is to breathe, okay? So I'm going to start with the T, the K, and the P sounds, okay? And I have this handsome devil right here to assist me. So thank you to my cameraman for drawing this for me, because you've seen my writing and I saw your comments. Yes, I write very so, I know, okay? That's not important, okay? Learn English, I'm not Picasso, okay? Okay, so what I want to talk about this is the difference in sounds in English. When this sound occurs in the beginning of a word, so for example, a word like tower, okay? It's a lot different than in a word like attitude, okay? So I'll explain why, okay, in just a minute. So let me write this here, tower. Okay, so the word tower, okay? So when you open a dictionary, you might see something like this, okay? There's a little H, okay? So H, okay, right? What you want to do when you see this in a dictionary is, or you see a word where T is the first sound in a word, you want to give it more force and more energy, okay? So, hour, okay? And you should be able to feel air in front of your mouth when you say this. Not tower, okay? Not tower, but tower. T, okay? Zaw, right? Okay. So this would look something like this in IPA. This is at least the American pronunciation from my region of the United States, the Midwest, okay? So this is around Ohio, New York, those kind of states. And this is the accent that you hear on the news on TV. This is considered standard American English. This is what I'm speaking right now, okay? Another example, the word temperature. Temperature, okay? So this would look something, okay, there it is again, the aspiration, temperature, not temperature, okay? Temperature, okay? Temperature, okay? Notice here, maybe when you read this, you see temperature, and you think it's 1, 2, 3, 4 syllables. But actually, American speakers are very lazy. We don't want to say 4 syllables when we could just say 3 syllables. So we go tempra. We don't say pera, we say tempra. We turn this part of the word into a consonant cluster, okay? We're putting 2 consonants together, p and r, pra, temperature, so 3 syllables, okay? But the important part for this lesson is to know that that T sound is very strong and there should be air, okay? You don't want a you want t, okay? And so now let me move over to my meet the deck guy here, okay? You want your tongue, when you're saying a T in English, to go right before your teeth, okay? Don't touch your teeth. Don't go too far in your mouth. Right behind your teeth, okay? And build up air in your mouth. Go, okay? Okay? And just let the air out when you're ready to say the T sound, okay? So try right now just to get an idea, okay? Say a word in Vietnamese with a T sound, okay? So for example, like Tin Nhân. I would be willing to bet that your tongue is starting somewhere closer towards the back of your mouth. And that is why the T sound is different in Vietnamese and English. So when you're speaking English, you want to start putting your tongue closer to the back of your teeth, okay? So let's move on now to the P sound, okay? So I'll write this again here. Now we're looking at P. P in English, in the beginning of a word, is also aspirated, okay? So, for example, a word like penny, okay? Do you know what a penny is? A penny is a form of currency, like, Vietnam Dong, right? It's a fraction of a dollar. So 100 pennies equals $1, okay? $1 đô la Mỹ, okay? So penny, okay? So similarly to the T sound, this also gets an H for aspiration or breath, okay? Penny, penny, okay? The same idea with T. It's very strong. It's not like the sound in Vietnamese, like when you say het tin, okay? So, penny, penny, okay? Penny. Or I know you definitely do not have this animal in Vietnam. If it was here, it would die because it's just too hot. Okay. So this would look like pen. Okay. When you say this, it's not penguin. You need to get ready for the g sound. So in the back of your mouth, it's n, okay, like n, okay, or ngủ, or brandy, okay, n, penguin, penguin, okay, and don't forget the last sound, n, not penguin, okay, penguin. Stay strong throughout the whole word. Don't go penguin, okay? You want penguin. Stay strong throughout the entire word. This is a problem for Vietnamese speakers because when you have a word like hop, đi hop, you go hop, and you don't hear the last sound of the words in Vietnamese. But in English, you do. So you want to stay strong throughout the whole word. Okay. Okay. So that's it for P. Okay, so just practice that a little bit with force, okay? Let the air build up in your mouth. Go P, okay? P, penguin, okay? And lastly, the last sound that would get aspiration in English in the beginning of a word is the K sound, okay? So that's K, okay? So for example, your neighbor to the west would be Cambodia. Okay? Listen how I'm saying this. Not Cambodia, not Cam, not Ka, like Campuchia, right? Campuchia, no, not Ka, but K, K. Okay? You want air. And what you can do at home to practice this is take a piece of paper, okay? And K, okay? See how the paper is moving? K, K, okay? So tower, penguin, temperature, penny, Cambodia, okay? K, you want air, K, very strong. So in IPA, this would look something like this. Cambodia. 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 Yes, that is right. Okay? Cambodia. Or a word like killer. Not killer, okay? Killer. Killer. Don't worry about that sound. I know it's hard. We'll have one lesson just for okay? Because this is so difficult for Vietnamese speakers, okay? But I know I'm beating a dead horse, which means I'm doing something over and over and over again. But I really want you to be able to start making these sounds like a native speaker. So this would look something like killer, killer, killer. Okay? So that's it for aspiration. Next, we'll take a look at non-aspirated sounds. So when these sounds occur in consonant clusters and in the middle of a word.